welcome Texans for Vaccine Choice members. I am Jackie Schlegel, the Executive Director, and I'm so excited today. I have been waiting for this day. We have been waiting for this day for a while. And this is our weekly chat about choice, but not only am I joined by our beautiful, amazing Director of State Policy, but we have our entire executive leadership team here today that we are officially announcing. So this is a really big day. So let's just go ahead, dive in and get started. I'm going to let each team member say their name and their role in the organization. So
I'm Ashley Burke, and I'm the Texans for Vaccine Choice Campaign Coordinator.
I'm Chelsea Barlow, and I'm Texans for Vaccine Choice Digital Media Producer.
I'm Rachel Davis, and I am TFVC's Communications Director.
And I am Rebecca Hardy, and I am the Director of State Policy. And I just want to say again, like what Jackie said, we are so excited to officially be announcing our team.
This is a really big deal for us because this has actually been 2.5 years really in the making.
Yes.
We started this organization as a Facebook page. We quickly figured out that we made a really good team, and we partnered up and we turned it into an official organization. And we've worked with volunteers over the last 2.5 years, but it kind of took some time to really hone in and find our people. And our meeting was a very organic meeting.
Yes.
When we officially met and started to work together, we knew that this was going to be long term. And kind of the way that this team came together was that same, just everybody fell into place.
Yes.
As far as each individual roles. So let's just go ahead and dive right in with our team and the different roles and who we are. And let's see where the conversation goes. This is a cool setup.
Yes.
Do you like this setup?
Yeah.
I'm I wish we had this all the time.
Yeah.
I really wish I had like this, we could have
You'd feel a lot warmer.
I would. I don't know. Because we changed the setup, I had to ditch the blanket, and it's a little cold over here, so maybe we scoot in even closer, I can get some of that body warmth. But let's talk first and foremost of why this issue is important to you, because you do not put in the time, the commitment, and everything we have asked of you, because they have put in a lot to get to where they are today. You do not do that unless you are very passionate about this cause. So who wants to go first and tell me why you are passionate about not only vaccine choice, but Texans for Vaccine Choice?
Okay.
Chelsea, how about you start?
All right. So I started with Texans for Vaccine Choice, but I guess just shortly after it was born, I heard about the 17 vaccine bills, no kidding, on Facebook with a meme. And I thought, oh my goodness. So a little bit about me is I'm a naturopathic doctor, and I have some clients that it would kill them if they were mandated to be vaccinated. And I got terrified for these people that I love. So I started getting involved. And I had gotten involved the session before with the women's health bill and started to kind of get my feel for the Capitol. And I felt like, okay, I've already gotten my boots wet. I'm already in the trenches and moving forward, so I might as well. And so I started hanging out with Texans for Vaccine Choice people and going and showing up to testify as often as I could. And that was really the starting gate. Now, background, my kids are not vaccinated. They haven't had one vaccine. I have 5 kids. So I am doing this for my 5 kids. But I don't have any medically compromised children, but my clients are medically compromised. So that's why I started.
Wonderful. And as a homeschool parent, some would argue maybe that this really doesn't affect you because your children aren't in public school where you are required to fill out the forms for them to attend. But I think this entire team sees the bigger picture here, that if they can mandate it for schools, they could very easily come back and mandate it for all children and homeschoolers.
Absolutely.
Is that accurate? How do you
and
feel
what
about that?
What if I don't have, what if I lose my husband? Like if he passes away, I may have to put them in public school. I don't want to vaccinate them. I have actually religious and conscientious exemption ideologies. So I don't want them to ever be mandated if we needed to. So
Excellent point. Yeah.
Okay, so what was the original question I had asked? Why are you involved? Rachel, why is this important to you?
Well, I would, very similar to what Chelsea just said. I also homeschool. My children aren't in school, so you could use the same argument with me. But I had that thought when I heard about these bills initially. That was my thought. Like, well, it doesn't affect me now, but I don't know what my future is. Right. And I have friends whose children are in school, so maybe would be affected. I care about them. I care about my kids' futures, my children's children. I felt like this has to be stopped now. Whether it affects me or not, it has to be stopped now.
Isn't that an amazing point to bring up? And we often say we're not just fighting for our children, we're fighting for the families who don't know we're fighting for them. We are fighting for them, even those who vaccinate their children. We believe that they are entitled to informed consent and medical privacy, just like we are fighting for our families.
Absolutely.
I like to make the statement that we even fight for the rights for those that hate us. Like, even people that hate us, like, we care about your rights and we're willing to fight for them.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, okay, we talked to two of our members. Actually, let's just back the train up a little bit. So, we talked about homeschooling families. 4 of us are homeschoolers, which is just amazing because we always talk about, like, everybody has a role, everybody can contribute something, and if you think you don't have time, if you think you don't have enough energy, think about these amazing moms.
We don't have time either.
We don't have time either, but we make it happen. And although Rebecca's children do go to school, she actually has another job that she does, and you've done that. You've juggled both.
I have juggled
the last
both.
2 years.
I am a speech pathologist as well as working for TFVC full time, and so I do. I juggle both.
You juggle both.
You know what? It works. We make it work.
And you're well educated.
Yes. Well, and that kind of is what originally got me interested in the vaccine choice issue. Is as a young woman right out of graduate school, there was a constant stream of moms coming into my office saying they were fine, and now after their 2-year shot visit, their 18-month shot visit, whatever visit, they lost some significant skills, and they were in my office seeking help, me as a speech pathologist, and I just remember thinking, like, not all of these moms can be wrong. I mean, children were not even on my horizon. But I just remember thinking, moms know. God gives moms an innate just instinct to know their children and to know when something changes. And I just remember thinking, they all can't be wrong. And that kind of is what got me interested in the topic of vaccines and the schedule and individualized decisions and such.
So I think we are all busy moms. We all have different reasons for being here. Speaking of busy, how many children do you have?
I have 6.
You have
5.
I have 3 for now.
I have 2.
For now. Do we have any news to share?
Not that exciting today.
Here we are announcing your new position. Are we adding a little one?
This is how rumors get started.
I'm sorry. When that does happen, we will gladly welcome that little one because we are super moms, if I can say so myself, and we can juggle it all. I have 3 children myself. I can't do the math that quickly, but that's a lot of children that we have on a daily basis, but we are juggling everything and we're doing it very, very well. So let's dive into another topic. A little bit about your specific roles in the organization. Ashley, I am most excited. Most excited. I mean, I'm excited about everybody here, but most people do not know that you are the one who literally kept me on track this legislative session.
Like, we just need to have a moment to brag about Ashley.
Absolutely.
The scheduling that took place during session to get Jackie from point A to point B in that building, from point A to point B when she was doing her traveling across the state, growing the organization. I mean, the detail work, the scheduling, the phone calls.
Scheduling is one of just my biggest issues
Yes.
because I am a single mom and I have a special needs child, so I have to coordinate care for her. And then you put my travel and my work schedule, and it's overwhelming for any one
Yes.
person. And you took that schedule and you owned it, and you did all the communications with the Capitol staff, and you really did well at that role. And we're so thankful
Yes.
that you did. But we also knew that you're such a relationship person and you really like being out in the community.
Yes.
So when session ended, it was kind of like, okay, what now?
And we had this little aha
We
moment.
had this moment where I see this little spark in Ashley, and I see just her ability to communicate with individuals and to be out in the community. And we started talking to her about working on campaigns, and that's how we came to the campaign coordinator position. So you will be doing a lot as far as on a statewide level with campaigns, but you actually are a team captain for a very important race for us. And you have already been out there hitting the pavement, block walking, and learning this district. So tell us a little bit about that and how it's been going.
Yesterday, do I say who? Have we
Sure.
already announced
Yeah.
that? Okay. Yesterday, we went out, a team of 2 of us went out and block walked for Susanna Docupil. It was wonderful.
And just to remind everybody, this is the race. This is Susanna Docupil is challenging Sarah Davis out of Houston for that seat. Sarah Davis. Do we need to talk about how
Do we
bad
have to?
Sarah Davis
Do
is?
we have to reiterate this again?
I don't even like saying her name.
I know. It's so horrible.
It's so horrible.
But we probably just need
The
to briefly touch on
representative
it.
that filed the majority of the bills that would have taken away your rights last session were filed by Sarah Davis. She is adamant about the government knowing better than parents on medical decisions for their children.
So yesterday, we knocked on 370 doors.
You're a rock star.
Yeah,
You
right.
are a rock
You're a
star.
rock
Say you are a champion block walker, and you're just getting
Already.
started.
Well, of those 370, one thing was abundantly clear. Sarah Davis's district is very unhappy with her. This is a
I
race
can imagine why.
we can win. I mean, we can absolutely win this race.
Wonderful.
We need everyone. Absolutely everyone in the Houston area. We all have a role. If you can't block walk, you can make calls. You can stuff envelopes. There's a role for everyone.
And
That's
not
awesome.
only though, so we will have, we want Houston area to come out as often as possible, right? Because this isn't a weekend thing for you.
No.
Like, this is something that you and your family have gotten together and decided you are this passionate about the issue that this is a family event and you are going to be doing it during the week. Is that
Yes.
accurate?
Yes, we homeschool. So my teenagers will be out there with me knocking doors. My husband will be out there. Whoever's not watching the babies will be
Wonderful.
knocking doors.
And I had the privilege of block walking with one of your babies a week ago. So that was a lot of fun. We got the kids involved and we got out there and we had a blast. So we're so excited about Ashley's role with campaign coordinator. She is already doing such a good job. And yet I know just from experience, I'm really excited to come back at the end of this campaign season and evaluate all the growth and all the lessons and everything that we learned, so we're even more prepared for next go around.
Yeah, that's right.
Because this issue is not going away.
It's
I mean,
not.
who would love to work themselves out of a job? Anybody? You know, like I would love to wake up tomorrow and
have everybody in Texas believe that parents have the right to direct their own healthcare decisions for their families and for themselves.
Absolutely. That's our ultimate goal, is to work ourselves out of a job.
That's
but
right.
We're not there. So as long as the issue remains, you will have a team who is fighting the good fight. Let's move on to Chelsea Barlow, who again is the digital media producer. This is again something you started out doing, some communications, some blog content. You're a brilliant writer. Actually, all of you are so talented in so many areas, but then You made the rally video. You made the rally video.
I didn't know I could do that.
We find certain traits, and it was a brilliant video. We got a lot of positive feedback. Yeah. So we started to say at the end of session, hey, Chelsea, maybe, scale back on this and work on the video content. And you had done very well at it. So tell us a little bit about how you stumbled into this and why you are passionate about it.
Okay, I stumbled into it because I'm making online videos for my work, practitioner education videos, and my editor, aka my oldest son, wasn't enjoying his job very much, and so I started having to learn how to do it. And so using the app, and he's available for consultation if I ever get really stuck. But he's really glad that I've now picked up and taken over all of that, the editing for my videos, and then also for TFVC. I've had a lot of fun because part of me really is extremely creative, and I do enjoy this, and I look forward to 5 years from now looking back going, oh, those are so amateur. We have
that moment all the time. We do things and we're so proud of them, and then we look back in a year and we were like, oh, we were such newbies. We didn't know what we were doing.
I will totally own that I am a newbie, but I'm happy with what's coming out now, and I'm happy where I'll learn and grow in this 5 years down the road.
That rally video, like Jackie and I like to joke that, when you look at the number of views, that we're half of the views. Like, we can watch it all the time. Like, it was a great
such a good video. It's such a good video. Yeah. So there was something that you had said about improving ourselves. That's been a lot of the fun in this. And I think we both saw certain traits and qualities that sometimes these individuals didn't see in themselves. And we've asked a lot of them. So I just want to say I'm so proud of each of you. And it's not easy to do what we're asking you to do, not just work-wise, but to put yourself out there. You are coming public today, and you are putting yourself out there, and you're opening yourself up to criticism and the opposition coming after us. And it's not an easy situation. So we respect that, and we just are so proud of each of you. So let's go on to Rachel. I'm really super excited about Rachel because we met several years ago as part of a mom's group. And again, you are just somebody who just time and time again, you shock me with your ability, and you're so brilliant in so many different areas that it was actually very difficult for us to decide where you are best, because you are part of the policy team. You did a very good job of that. Policy nerds.
Policy nerds.
Thank God for the policy people who help some of the relationship people like me and Ashley. They really help keep us on track and make sure we're well prepared. But you are part of the policy team. You do a lot of our graphic design. You're a brilliant writer. Does anybody else have anything to add? Because I just feel like this is like...
It was hard to decide. Like, she just, wears many hats around here, and
you didn't want to give her up on policy.
No. Well,
let's just be clear. And we had a little bit of a war on that.
I'm not giving her up.
I'm not giving up policy.
Thank you.
As long as communications come first. Absolutely. You just remember what your title says. So as the director of communications, you will be overseeing the blog and Facebook pages, the emails, the newsletters. It's a huge undertaking to be the content, creator in a lot of areas. So why are you passionate about communications?
I think it's important for us to have a message, and for that message to be effectively communicated so that it can advance our mission, so that we can accomplish our goals. If there's, with any relationships, with anything, if there's not good, effective communication, you're not going to move forward. So it's really pivotal to have that.
It is pivotal, especially when you have the opposition out there constantly trying to paint this picture of who we are not.
Exactly.
Right?
That's the biggest part.
So we have to stay focused on who we are. So why don't we just talk about that real quick? Who are we? Are we anti-vaccine?
No.
Let's see. What are some other things they've thrown out at us?
Crazy.
Crazy.
I'm not crazy.
You want to?
Are we crackpots?
We are cracked pots.
Yes, refer to the blog.
Refer to the blog.
Yeah,
Cracked
go
pots.
read the blog on that. Yes. But we are not. We're not anti-vaccine. Is anybody here to take away anybody's rights to access vaccines?
No.
Absolutely not.
Anybody that wants to have, access to vaccines is a great thing.
Yeah. And I've even said this, with Sarah Davis, because she is a cancer survivor and this is important to her. And I believe that if this is how she wants to use her story to advance her cause, that she should have that right to do that.
Absolutely.
Where we have a problem is her infringing on our rights as individuals to make choices for ourselves.
Absolutely.
Would anybody like to add on that? Anything else?
No, I think you said it very well.
Okay, so this is definitely a movement on protecting and advancing informed consent, medical privacy, and vaccine choice. I'm just so proud of this team, everything that we have done and that we will do. This is just the beginning. Let's end with talking about briefly your words to our members who want to get active, who want to get involved. And actually, let's go through all of us because we each have different ways for people to get active and involved. So let's start with your perspective, campaign coordinator. How can our members get involved in what you are doing?
So first, I can't tell you guys how simple this job is. When you go to these doors, you don't have to know everything about a campaign. You don't have to know everything about the candidate.
That's right.
That's not your job. Your job is just to get their name out there and to be a friendly, happy face. It really makes a difference. Look at Valerie Swanson. We had 35 volunteers help with the Valerie Swanson campaign last year, making calls, getting donors, standing at the polls. And a lot of them were just when they could, when they had a babysitter, when their kids were at school, and they would drop in and drop out. But look at what that campaign did for our organization.
If you don't know, we are known statewide for our work in that campaign. Everywhere we go, people are like, I cannot believe the number of volunteers you turned out, and it was because of your work. I mean, you were running that.
Everyone. I mean, we had some amazing volunteers. We need every one of those ladies to come back this year.
That's right.
Okay, so we have a sign-up form for people?
Yes, we do. We'll put it in the comments.
Very good. All right, Chelsea, yours is a little bit more difficult to draw people in, but we probably do have some opportunities.
Absolutely.
I have a few ideas.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so I love video submissions from, sometimes we will do a shout out to our members saying, please send a selfie video, turn the video camera sideways, it's kind of important, and do a selfie video, or send in your testimony. Or if you hear of a family that has been their rights have been completely violated, I actually would like to record that family if they're willing to go on camera. If you're out block walking, please take pictures, take little videos, take candid photos, and send them to me.
Where can they send them?
They can send it to Chelsea at TexansForVaccineChoice.com.
So official.
I love it. So, but yeah, seriously, I want your photos. I want little videos. I want some good videos, and I love candid videos. I'm the queen of selfies. So,
and she's the queen of taking random photos of like us doing random things, like my head's down and I'm typing, and next thing I know, there's photos of me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and that's what I want to see. And those are the kind of photos. And obviously, if you submit a video or photo, you are agreeing that I can use it. Okay,
right,
so
yes.
please don't send it if I'm not allowed to use it.
Yeah.
Good point.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, go ahead.
And that would be a huge contribution. A lot of these photos that are coming in from everybody are what make great rally videos and other videos that we have. So give me some fresh content.
Well, and what I was going to say is I'm very excited because we are actually going to be doing some traveling together, and we're going out to some various different cities, and we will actually be asking our members to join us and do some interviews and some segments, and that's going to be a lot of fun because I love being out in the community and meeting our members and getting their stories. All right, Rachel, so you actually probably have a task task list of 15 things that we could ask of our members to help with communication. So would you like to share a little bit about that?
I think that if you have a passion for writing, if you are one of those people who likes to comment on Facebook with grammar corrections, with a little asterisk, call me.
They're probably correcting me, honestly.
If you love to write, if you're really good at communication, if you have a passion for it, even as just a hobby, we're not looking for formal training here because we're not about that. If you're passionate about it, you're passionate about spreading the message of informed consent and vaccine choice, then email me, let me know. We have work for you.
And where can they reach you?
Rachel at TexansForVaccineChoice.com.
We keep it very simple for you. So it's our first name at TexansForVaccineChoice.com.
And it's EL, not AEL.
Oh.
RACH. The right way. EL.
Got it. Okay, and Miss Director of State Policy, anything you would like to add as far as involvement and...
Well, so this season that we are in we are laser focused on the primary. The primary is March 6th, 2018. Early voting is a few weeks before that. And I just really encourage everybody to turn on notifications for our public page so that you are getting the updates. We are going to be flooding the event section with our TFVC sponsored block walks very soon. Also, we have Google sign up forms for the Houston area and for the Dallas areas. And we just really want to encourage anybody, even if you are planning on block walking just one time, fill that out, because I have a sneaky suspicion that once you block walk once, you'll want to get out again.
It's addictive.
It's
so
true.
much
Absolutely.
fun.
It is a lot of fun. Like, I think that's where I want to end my part, is just, again, talking about block walking. I went and block walked my little heart out for the challenger in the Villalba race last primary, and I was scared, I was nervous, I was so utterly intimidated with the process, but ended up finding out that I have like this block walking superpower, and it was fun. We always make it fun. It's kind of addictive, and it's just like Ashley said, you don't have to know everything. You're really there to be the friendly face of the campaign, and there is just no reason for you to feel that it is a mystery or a something that you would be too intimidated to ever do.
And last session, I took my kids. I drug them to it. And by the time we were done, they were so pumped. And whenever I went to the next TFVC event and it wasn't block walking and they weren't coming, they were upset.
Yeah.
Yes.
They love it. And when you approach a door with kids, they're not mean to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're respectful of the children. So it's...
And the kids have a blast at the Capitol together.
Yes.
You know, we
Oh,
all
yes.
bring our children. So absolutely, everybody has a role, and we are all learning and growing. We don't have it all figured out, but that's part of the fun, is we're figuring it out together, right?
Yes.
So I want to close with a few things, because we talked a lot about your different roles, where we're going, what we're doing. Certainly something that is very pivotal to us are a few things. Is number one, growing our membership. We need people to sign up. TexansForVaccineChoice.com/join, right? That really helps us effectively communicate with our members and to get all the latest updates and action alerts. The second part of that is we can't do this without funds. It's really difficult to constantly have to ask for money, but what we do is not free, and we print out material and we go places and we're sharing this message, but it takes money to do that. So TexansForVaccineChoice.com/donate and get signed up to be a monthly donor. And other ways we can get involved, those are it. Follow us on Facebook, share,
comment,
comment.
share.
Like, comment, share.
Yes.
Engage with us on social media. And as we wrap up, once again, I just want to say, Ashley, Chelsea, Rachel, Rebecca, I love you guys with all of my heart. A lot of times I am the face out there in the community and people recognize me but there's no way we would have a movement or we would be successful if it weren't for your tireless efforts. I'm proud of this team. We are hard to work with. We have a high expectation, and we have sacrificed just about everything, so we believe everybody else should. And
What is this you speak of?
there was a lot asked of you to join this team. So officially, welcome to the team. We love you guys, and we hope that we really make you proud with what we do in the upcoming years.